Starting early, gender role stereotypes divide boys and girls to fit certain ideals, as a result often minimizing diversity in future workforces, engineering classes, you name it. So we approach the problem statement.
How might we change the attitudes of students working in co-ed environments? This question umbrellas both into the future and past experiences of a student. Looking into their future workforce environment, how will we promote a more equal career setting? Going back to the way that they were brought up, how can we limit the gender biases that they grew up with?
In our brainstorming process, we knew that we wanted to devise a solution that would be effective among kids. Our design led us to a board game, something tangible and enjoyable by children. We were inspired by other board games in the market addressing gender inequality, for example, Battle of the Sexes, as well as classic board games like Monopoly. As user testing is a large component of the design process, we determined that having children as our target audience would be unfeasible due to the inaccessibility of children. Thus, we decided to make the game targeted toward college students like ourselves. Our design couples fun with learning experiences geared toward opening one's eyes and acknowledging one's unconscious biases.
In order to come up with an effective and user-friendly final version of the prototype, we had to go through multiple revisions of our initial prototype, which was basically a die and a piece of paper onto which we drew individual squares with chess pieces to move on, in order to stimulate a low-level version of our game. Our second prototype involved using the makerspace in Jacobs. We first designed a board using Adobe Illustrator, and then we used a laser cutter to cut out roughly 30 by 65 centimeter board out of the piece of plywood, onto which we rastered individual squares to form the various player positions. For our last prototype, we cut out a larger version of the board from a piece of plywood and rastered squares onto it. We also changed the name of our game from Smash to Shatter, since we thought it would be more appropriate for the game we are promoting. We added fun squares like glass ceiling, move back 2 spaces, to make the game more interesting and more fun for the users. And we also inlaid colored squares that we glued on to the rastered squares, with each color being assigned to a specific deck of cards.
We also wanted to adapt our gameplay to fit our new board design, and we received extensive feedback from our peers at the class's mini design showcase. From this extensive carousel of feedback, we came up with 3 key changes in the game. First, we wanted to make the game more demonstrative of gender issues, so we instituted several glass ceiling squares, which prevent a player from getting any points for 2 turns. This helps us illustrate the frustration that many minorities face in the workplace. Next, we refined our content to reflect more idols and exemplars of gender equality, such as Ruth Bader Ginsburg or Janet Yellen, in addition to our prior example of Amelia Earhart. In doing so, we're catering to more people while also selecting a diverse set of activists. By making our content diverse, we hope to raise further awareness of gender issues. Lastly, we decided to rename our game. Since the main intent behind the title Smash regarded breaking gender stereotypes, we changed our name instead to Shatter, which got our point across with no gray area and is ultimately a stronger term that shows exactly how we feel about a lot of these stereotypes.